The new Ethos Fresh all-purpose interior cleaner. Just how good is it? We'll find out coming up next. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you just saw, we are going to be testing out the Ethos, the new Ethos Fresh all-purpose interior cleaner. Now what's special about this? Well, number one, if you're like me, you really want to support smaller businesses. You know, some of those larger businesses, they're not necessarily perceptive to complaints, to changes needed within the industry. They're a little bit slow on the ball sometimes, but smaller companies listen to us. Sometimes you can talk directly to the owners, and in fact, they routinely, I've seen them come on different, the podcasts or the live streams of people like EC Details or Jamie the Cleaner. Now that said, this product here has been out for a couple weeks. I've seen a couple videos on it, and I'm really impressed by what I saw. I ordered this as standalone. I also ordered this with they came out with a new leather protector or ceramic leather protector, and we'll be doing a different video on that. But on the Fresh specifically, what they do is they say you can use it on leather, vinyl, let me put this down, leather, vinyl, plastics, fabrics, touchscreens, and even glass. So it is literally, you can use it on every surface on the interior of your car, bar none. I mean, that pretty much covers everything, doesn't it? I mean, Alcantara is a fabric, leather, you know, everything. So the other cool thing is it's also used as a prep spray for their new leather coating. And a lot of other companies, you know, when you buy their leather kit, they come with a couple different things that you have to clean it with. With this, you just use their Fresh, and they have, you know, it comes with this, but this is not leather specific. So you can use this on other surfaces. So you're not just buying one bottle to use for your leather coating, you're buying this to apply your leather coating with and do your detailing on your entire interior with. So that's a fantastic thing about this product that I see as being a big positive. So the other thing too is it leaves according to claims, this is off of their website, it leaves a matte finish, so no high gloss, nothing like the old Armor All Shine. You know that if you're old enough, you remember that old Armor All Shine. Matte finish, no dyes, no silicones or harsh chemicals in that. So it is a mild cleaner. Still wear gloves. Make sure you always wear gloves when using chemicals, guys or ladies. And it provides some level of UV protection, anti-static properties. So if you're like me, you hate seeing that dust on your touchscreen, this is going to help a little bit with that. And also odor encapsulants. This is not a replacement for your deodorizers, your biobombs, things like that, but it can help according to Ethos. So how do they want you to use it? You can spray, and this is what's really cool too, is because a lot of products, they want you to spray it into a microfiber towel and then wipe. This one, spray directly onto the surface. You could spray in a microfiber towel. You can use it on a brush, so you could put it, spray it onto a brush or foam it onto a brush. In fact, you can use it with a foamer. And I will say right now that I've tested it in this KCX, the foaming thing, and this foams incredibly well. So we're gonna be testing all those methods in a moment here, but in any event, well, let's just get to testing. All right, so we are testing our Fresh, and the products that we're going to be testing it with today is going to be, let me put that there. We have one of those like Ninja scrubbers for the leather. Then also on the interior, we have a couple of the Detail Factory, the Octane, their brush set, and also their interior scrub brush. And the nice thing, what I like about these, in fact, I had to have these when they released them earlier this year, is because they're bright. When you're doing interior work, you know, it's easy to knock things under seats, things like that. So having something really bright makes them stand out, so there's less chance of you actually losing your tools in a vehicle somewhere. And then also we have this is actually from Car Supplies Warehouse, just a leather brush, basic leather brush, also for Alcantara cleaning. And then again, our Koshemi, the KCX foamer that I mentioned, works really well with the Ethos Fresh. So that said, let's get testing. All right, so the first thing we're going to be testing is, and my car is full of this stuff. I bought it used, and whoever, when they detailed this thing from the dealership, whatever chemical they used, everything has started turning white over time, and you could see this. It doesn't like it just doesn't come off. So we're going to use our brush and see if we can get this off of here with the Ethos. It's even inside there. So let's check that out. We'll use that with the, we'll test it with the foamer. I mean, look at this. This stuff like foams incredibly well. So we're going to load that up. And because I'm not spraying it directly in there, I'm not really worried about any electronics. All right, let's get a towel and wipe off. All right, we got our towel. Let's see what type of finish this leaves behind. All right, so that white is now gone from the surface, and it leaves a nice, smooth, matte finish. In fact, I really like the feel of this. It feels clean, just a really nice finish. So test number one, pass. Definitely pass on this one. Let's check out another area. All right, so now we're gonna see how this does on the gas, the brake, and the, you know, where your footrest is on the side. So we'll just spray a little bit there. Spray a little bit on there, let it soak, and on there. In fact, let me spray a little bit on the brush itself. There we go, we got nice foaming action. And as I'm doing this, I want to mention, I actually tested this on the floor mat that you can kind of see at the bottom. And what it did, it really cleaned up even the factory, the original like mold release, I guess you would say. And it actually left the surface kind of more tacky or rubbery feeling than even the original, just, you know, out of the box, I guess you would say. So I'm really enjoying that. And yeah, this is cleaning up really nice. In between, the rubber is nice and clean. The aluminum or steel, whatever that is nice and clean. And I could see it. Hopefully you could see. I'm not sure how the video is going to work, but there's a lot of dirt that came off on the towel right there. All right, so this is the interior driver door. I'm always hitting this with my feet. I'm not expecting it to take out the marks, but I want to see if I can improve on this. And with this one, we're going to be using just the scrub brush. I don't want to spray it though directly onto the surface because I don't want to get it on the speakers. So I'm going to spray the brush and see just how we do. In fact, I'll spray a liberal amount there. Oh, and just before I go any further, it does have a really nice minty scent to it. Really nice. So there we go. Let's try the dry off. Yeah, so the marks from where I kicked it, they're still there. I could still see them, but there's a lot that's actually gone. Not going to fault the product. That's my fault for kicking the door. But again, actually I like the feel better than what was on the door originally. So the feel, it has a nice smooth feel to it. All right, so on our leather, this is just plain leather stitching, and then on the top up here, in fact, this is where I always rest my elbow. So I'm going to make sure I hit this really good with the brush, and you know, we'll see what happens. In fact, this is the perfect test because the window's closed. We can get it on the glass and find out how that's like. Yeah, let's just spray the glass. So we're hitting the leather. Yeah, and especially up here, I just want to get rid of all those oils from me putting my arm up here. Everything, it's super sunny, so this is going to dry quickly. In fact, it's drying on the glass already, but I think that's good. Wasn't too dirty to start with. Wipe off the leather. Wipe off is super easy. And now the big test is the glass. Let's see if it leaves a film. And no film that I could see. I'm not seeing any streaking, no matter which direction I look at this. I'm trying to look into the sun. I don't want to point the camera at the sun, but I do not see anything left behind on the glass. So that is definitely a plus. And on the leather, it again is the feeling. It has just a nice, clean, matte finish, smooth feel, kind of like a, I don't know, just a silky texture, I guess. All right, so on the touch screen, I'm just gonna spray it directly onto the towel. Spray enough there. And let's see, it wasn't too dusty before, so I'm not expecting a ton of difference. But we'll just go back, dry off. And no dust left behind. I don't see any streaks. Obviously I won't know, the sun is backlighting it, but looks okay to me. And let's go on the passenger side because I see some stuff going on the dash over there that I needed to get rid of. All right, I don't know if you could see this, but the normal areas over here on the dash, they're kind of a like a dull finish. And then I have a big area right here where it's got like a shiny finish. And it's really noticeable from the driver's side. So, and this is super hot. They don't recommend you doing it on a super hot surface, but you know, we need to test it out because it's outside. We don't have a garage. So let's check that out. All right, so what I'm gonna do right now is spray it directly onto the brush and then hit that glossy area, and then the rest of the dash, I'm just gonna spray it on the towel and just give it a quick wipe off. We'll spray some onto the towel. And I am putting quite a bit on here, but you just never know what you need. All right. So sorry about the camera work. I'm trying to hold this and lean in the doorway at the same time, but in fact, let's get in. We're back in. We're in the, so that whole glossy area is completely cleaned off now. I don't see any remnants of it. I wiped this whole dash area off. And it is super smooth feeling now. In fact, let me see how this works on the piano. The piano trim. Oh, that's nice. No dust at all. And a nice slick shiny surface, and no, in fact, a really nice feeling to it too, but above all, no streaks of product left behind. All right, now we're going to take our Ethos Fresh. I want to do the steering wheel. I want to see how much dirt, or if there's any dirt on here. I notice it's getting a little glossy here and around the edges where I usually keep my hands, and it's a little bit tacky feeling. So I'm just going to spray into my Star Scrubber and go around the steering wheel on the bottom and see if I could scrub that off, and then I'll just dry it off or wipe it off with the towel. All right, what I've done is I've just sprayed the Fresh onto the Star Scrubber, and hopefully you could see it's nice, and I put quite a bit in there. What you can also do is spray if you hold this behind, because you don't want to get a ton of overspray. I mean, you could always wipe it off of other surfaces. No need to worry, but I'm trying to be a little bit specific with the application. All right, now we'll take our towel and see. I'm only seeing a little bit of dirt on the towel, not a whole lot. So we didn't have a whole lot on here. I haven't been eating a whole lot of cheeseburgers on the road, so I'm sure that does help. However, you can see we do have some dirt that did come off the steering wheel. All right, so on the seats, in fact, I forgot to, the dash is leather, the door was leather, but I did not do it on leather seats. Didn't test it with the scrubber or this yet, so let's do that. And usually I spray directly into this, and then I just take it and do one of these deals. It's not foaming on the seat, which is good, because there's a lot of other products out there that when I start using it like this, I start getting a bunch of foam on the seat. And then we just take the towel. And that's the other thing, is a lot of leather cleaners, they tell you have to go back with a damp towel to wipe off the cleaner that got used. And on this one, you don't need to do that. And well, you know what, yeah, it leaves a nice smooth feel, and as you could tell, it has that nice matte texture. There's not a shiny texture at all left on the seat. And then the last thing that I wanted to check is you know, how well this works on the Alcantara. So we'll just, and you don't want to apply too much. You don't want to, this is just microfiber. You don't want to soak it down or anything. And to be honest, if somebody gets in here later, I don't want them to have a wet backside. So we just lightly mist, a couple sprays, And we're just going to brush this in. Make it look all pretty. Actually, let's do that, and then we'll take our towel. See if we get any dirt off of here. Well, luckily, the seats weren't too dirty. They must have been cleaned before I got it, thankfully. But we'll just come back and give it a nice brush and uniform appearance. So anyway, that is today's testing on the Ethos Fresh All-Purpose Interior Cleaner. It did everything I threw at it. It cleaned the dash, the staining that was on the dash. It cleaned a lot of the marks from the door that I had put on there with my feet. It cleaned the marks, or not the marks, the oils from my arm that I sit on the door ledge. And it even cleaned that white, whatever the heck that white product was that was drying all over the rest of the car in that test area on the back hatch. It cleaned that off as well. So this is, and it smells great too. It's like I said, almost like a minty scent. But anyway, that is testing for today on the new Ethos Fresh All-Purpose Interior Cleaner. And in another video, we are going to use this and do our leather coating. So stay tuned for that one. But anyway, thanks guys. And if you want some of your own, head over to Ethos. I know it's in stock right now. It's fairly inexpensive as well. Hopefully they're going to offer it in gallons for you guys who want to use this on the job. So anyway, you have a great day, and keep your interior clean. Have a good one. Bye.